Some say that you're a fraud. Go get them. Start a debate, prove them wrong. Go get them. No one has to know but you and me. Hey, I can point you in the right direction. Then it's up to you. I can show you the right direction. It's not a mission for two. People have brains and hearts. Go move them. Go get them. If you can't win, pretend. For as long as the dogs don't bark at your end. Be smooth, turn up the charm. White lies do no harm. I can point you in the right direction. Then it's up to you. I can show you the right direction. It's not a mission for two. Doesn't matter what they think about us. Don't care what they're gonna say. You are you and they can touch you. Do what you do, they can stop you. Go get them. I can point you in the right direction. Then it's up to you. I can show you the right direction. Doesn't matter what they think
20 nights and 20 days, lost without a friendly face, no reflection from my soul, emptiness is rising tall, calling to my brighter side, wishing for a place to hide, a place to leave the dark in me forever and ever. Chasing sunlight, racing for life, breaking silence to master the lies. You can tell the story, but I can deal. Telling it again doesn't make it real. I am on the run, I am chasing light. I'm finally a part of the race for life. For 20 nights and 20 days, I was drifting out of space. I turned away from every sound, from everything that shook my ground. But slowly I would start to change, feel the light within my range. The aberration time is due forever and ever. Chasing sunlight, racing for life, breaking silence to master the lies. You can tell the story, but I can deal. Telling it again doesn't make it real. I am on the run, I am
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Time Treaders, Protectors of Time, Season 1, Episode 4, Soldiers of Silence. I'm your production, Fishman, Kenny Williams, also RT Studios. I'm looking very dapper today. Let's bring in the rest of our cast and see how they are doing today. How's everyone doing? Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm here.
Our Time Master looks very grumpy right now. I don't know why. Was it the fact that I took out all your trash?
I like some of those dialects. Oh yes, very dapper, says one lemon twist. Yes. Oh yes.
You'll be happy to know I'm actually wearing the bottom half of the same outfit, but yeah.
Even though you can't see it, which I think it's a really silly idea.
Oh well. Well, if I stand up and have to walk around, you'll be able to see the bottom half, but yeah.
Yeah, well. And your camera is still doing the flickery thing.
Yes, it will do that randomly. I don't know why.
Ah.
It's timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. Alright, hi, I'm PA Kenny USA, KRT Studios, your production, I guess security guard, man of the hour, I don't know. I play Kenny Williams, Patrick Kenny, RT Studios. I gotta stop talking. I'm gonna pass it down over here to our resident Time Lord. Go.
Okay. I am Katie Wynn. I play the songstress, or as today she'll be known, Tress Napolitano.
Yes.
What a name. What a name.
I mean, you know.
Yes, I do.
Gotta have the flair.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
So, yeah. She's gonna go be a celebrity face for a cult.
Yep. Yes, she will.
This will be interesting.
Oh, yeah, it will be.
Luckily,
now-
she's not actually human in this case.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
she might be right now, but we won't talk about that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I am your wonderful, wonderful time master. Still kind of upset that some of those Daleks in the next room were taken out. I mean, you don't know if they were actually all Daleks.
I mean,
They could have been teenagers in those things. They could have been just a shell.
They could have been actual trash cans.
It could have been actual trash cans. Thank you.
well, Williams doesn't discriminate when he has to take out the trash. Trash is trash.
Okay.
It's gotta go
All right.
out.
It's gotta go out. Yes, yes.
Out back with a shotgun.
Yep.
Where it promptly gets vaporized. Alright.
Yep.
And I'm gonna pass it off to our cult leader.
Oh, you just did.
Oh, did you finish your intro?
I was in the middle of that. Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, as I said, I'm your wonderful time master. I am going to be possibly introducing somebody new, possibly not. Just depends on how the scenes go.
Yes.
So yeah.
Alright, and I guess with that, I will push this button on the TARDIS and off we go. We'll be right back after the opening intro, folks. Stay tuned. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I hope your trip through the time vortex was a pleasant one.
When is it not pleasant?
I
When
don't-
not in a properly working TARDIS.
yes, when your
Fair.
TARDIS is
Fair.
broken and someone forgot to put the handbrake in park. I'm sorry, I had to. All right.
All right,
And-
all right, all right.
Previously on Time Treaders, Protectors of Time.
Last time, our intrepid threesome decided that they were going to go. They had called up one Amy Pond, and they were going to go visit her to discuss the paradox, because they had been through something similar. They got into the TARDIS, and well, they didn't land where they were supposed to. When they got to the Pond's residence, it was surrounded by Daleks. To wit, I think Tress and Rags decided to go up to to one of the Daleks and engages them. I think that was the plan at that particular point.
No, she just basically started giving it a hard time, like most Time Lords would.
True. While also giving instructions to the powerhouse. They went into the wrong place? That's a first. Well, giving Williams
Time
enough...
Lord is never in the wrong place at never the wrong time.
Very true. To it, Rags snuck into the pawn's place, scared the P1 out of both Amy and Rory, with Tress not that far behind to explain exactly what Rags was, or is, or what have you. And while those two walked into the residence, Williams on the outside decided to take care of the trash. Upon him doing that, he stupidly took off his perception filter and was the 9-foot-tall shark man, which then proceeded to freak out Rory again. Him not seeing these kinds of aliens before, not any of their travels with the Doctor. When everything had calmed down, questions were asked, answers were given, and the thought was, well, let's go and infiltrate this cult that has now proliferated since the last time they encountered this particular cult, which was back in the 13th century. Tress asked Rory, because Rory works at the hospital, wanted I go and do a concert for the wee ones, for the children. That was set up in very short order, and the three of them decided to go as the very famous singer star, her wonderful bodyguard, and her right-hand woman, Rex, who was supposed to be only 3 foot tall, but because they messed around with that particular perception filter, is now 5'9", when she is when she is sitting there going, "Ooh, I'm tall now."
And Tress has given her the alias Regina.
Yes. They got to the venue. Tress did, what was it, 2 songs?
Yep.
Before she noticed that she was being scoped out by a person named Hope. And the three of them are Tress, you're finishing up your concert.
Yes.
When we open the when we start our wonderful adventure.
That is the gist of it, yes.
Yes. So it's been about I'm going to say the songs that you've decided to do is going to take you. I mean, these are children. And you know full well that children don't like to sit still for very long.
Yeah.
So maybe
even if they're sick. Yeah, even if they're sick, they don't like to sit for very long. So you decide to make this particular concert 30 minutes. So then the kids can come up to you and, you know, do the hyperactive bounce thing and ask for your autograph and you take some pictures and, you know, do the the famous thing for a bit, which you are not. This is not something that you've seen this. You've done this before.
Yeah, this is not new hat.
Yeah. So, yeah, you managed to get through that. Lots of the kids are just sitting there going, "Oh my gosh, you, you're my favorite. Oh, I've got all of your albums." There's one kid that somehow or another managed to sneak in a poster into her hospital room, and it's of you. It's like, can you sign this? She can't be more than 6 or 7, and she is so cute. She's got brown eyes. She's got um brown hair. Um, she is attached to a IV, IV pole
Yeah.
with a bag. But she just looks she's giving you the puppy dog look.
Yeah, no, that's fair. She will smile and say, "Of course, little one." And she'll get down on her, lean back to get down on her haunches to get closer to her size.
You see this particular little girl just absolutely beam. She has the hugest smile. Her eyes are bright. It looks like whatever she was going through before the concert, you have managed to melt that all away. That she is a proper little girl going, doing something that little girls get to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, she'll. So, what's your name?
You would have to ask me that.
Of course, she's got to sign it
That is
to
very
somebody.
true. That is very true.
Didn't she ask for you to write your name on it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope.
I mean, most autographs go with 2X, signed.
Yeah, it's usually 2X from whoever person, and then they write it like a personal message. I've had that many times when I've gone to conventions.
Yep.
Yeah. That's if you pay for the privilege. If you don't, then it's just, and then they just sign.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but this is a charity event, so.
Yes, this is a charity event.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Williams is off in the off stage, just surveying the audience and also pulling out his phone and calculating how much the charity has made.
Well, what you're doing is you're also making sure that all the money goes to the place it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Which is to this particular wing of this hospital, so then these kids can get better for whatever ails them.
Exactly.
Well, no, you guys were doing this for Red Nose Day. That's what you guys were doing.
Yes.
Now I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I want to say like maybe 18% of all proceeds go towards back to the hospital because they have to fund on themselves somehow. But it's all matched in double.
Oh yeah. Yes. Because that was something that you whispered to me earlier.
Yep.
Trying to find a name that I can pronounce that's Scottish, and that's going to be downright difficult because I don't pronounce Scottish names.
I mean,
Oh.
isn't Maggie a
Sorry,
Scottish
not
name?
sorry.
I'll go with this one because I can actually read this one. It's Milred. Milred? Milread? Milred?
Mildra.
No, that's no. Milread.
Okay, yeah, Mildred.
Thank you.
Sorry. I didn't get the proper spelling, but I'll shut up now.
Okay. And that's what she says. She looks at you. Mildred? Milred? I was putting an R in that. In this wonderful Scottish, cute little child Scottish accent, which I will not be able to reproduce because I'm not Scottish.
Yeah.
I am not Scottish.
I'm gonna need a second, sorry.
Williams walks over to Regina and holds his phone out to her and says, "These are the numbers. I've cross-checked all the donations. They're all valid, except this one." He points to one of the. He scrolls down on the phone and points to a marked donation of $75,000 from a offshore account.
Okay, now that's suspicious.
With
Where did that? Yeah, where did that?
That one came from a person named. The account. He pushes a couple buttons on his phone, doing some little bit of hacking. What do I need to roll to do that? Would that be like anything specific or just?
Let's see here. To actually do hacking, I am going to make you roll
Investigation?
engineering.
Engineering, that works. Yeah, engineering. So,
Yeah, engineering. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go get my dice because I don't have actual dice that I can roll virtually. So, and I stood up and nearly broke my headset. Damn it! Because idiot me did that. All right, give me a moment while I unplug this and actually stand up. And where is my dice? Dice. Come with me, dice. I'm gonna just roll these. I'm gonna roll these on my bed. So unfortunately, I have a surface to roll them on. Oh yes, let's use my Colt dice, didn't I? So it's D20 plus 2.
Okay.
Dirty 20. 18 plus 2.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So you do your little bit of hacking. I'm going to take that off because that's beginning to hurt.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't be wearing these anyway because she is.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like
5
that.
foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's not 3 foot tall kobold. She is a 5'9" human.
In a power suit.
In a power suit with rainbow hair.
Yes. So he does a little bit of jiggering with the device and says, apparently the account's been routed to 5 times to 6 different countries. Impressive, he says. But I have an IP address. He just finishes his hacking and says, the name on the account is someone by the name of Hope. That's all it gives me.
Oh, now that is very interesting. Very, very interesting.
In your honest opinion, since you are the manager, should I decline the transaction or let it go through?
Well, normally I would ask Tress, but I think Tress is being a little captive by the little wee one that's down there. I think they're having a moment.
Yes. Well, I can hold the transaction in queue and wait until she makes a decision. But I want to let you know.
Well, thank you for letting me know. And remember, we did talk to Hope before Tress finished her concert.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Oh, it looks like she might be finishing up with the young ones. I'm gonna go check the equipment in the backstage, but you let her know about the Hope transaction, and I'll be right back. As he walks back off stage.
So as you're very carefully signing this poster and making sure that it's elegant and to and from, and what are you actually writing on this poster, Tress?
Probably something cutesy having to do with time and not losing hope. Because, Time Lord. makes
Ah,
sense.
oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes lots of sense.
You know, and she is going to make a mental note to come back here at some point and perhaps cure her, because why not?
I mean, she's cute. She's the whole 9 yards.
I mean, it's not like Tress couldn't cure her with a pill.
Yeah, but you probably want to be discreet about it.
That's why she finds out when the prognosis is and comes back just before the end.
That's fair. Which you don't know what that is, but you in order to find that out, you have to ask her primary care doctor.
Which, yeah.
Yeah.
Or she'll just have the TARDIS break into the medical records.
Well, that's not the only person that can break into the medical records.
Rags, yes, you're right.
Rags with the assistance of a security officer.
She doesn't need the security officer to break in those things. She's got her own.
That's true.
Fucking little thief.
Yep. Any rate, Rags actually does come up to you and after you've signed this, and she looks down at the child who's looking up at you, just kind of doing, holding the poster, looking back up at you, Tress, and just kind of holding the poster, and just before she wanders away, Rags kind of comes up, sidles up next to you, looks down at the child, smiles. The child smiles back and kind of does a little wave, and then she just kind of, because she's got the poster in one hand, and she's dragging the pole with the other. She's mobile, but she has to have the IV to go with her.
Yep.
And believe me, I know what that looks like because my husband has done it.
That too. It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. Anyway, be that as it may. Rags kind of leans over and goes, we went over all the donations. All but one were legitimate. We've got one that was 75,000, and it's not dollars, dear Kenny. It's pounds.
Yeah, pounds, but it was transferred in yen.
So it was it's probably about 150,000 if
Probably
it's
like
US dollars.
Yeah. And it looked like it was sent by Hope. Don't know what you want to do with that particular information. We're currently holding that particular one prior to your permission.
There's no need to hold it. You might as well let it through. She might get suspicious.
Very good. Did you want me to do anything else? Well, I've got your ear.
Yes. I need a file from the hospital.
Ooh, what kind of file?
She subtly points to the little girl.
Which is scurrying away, and the two people that are standing next to her, it's a couple of men that are standing next to her, which kind of indicates to you, Tress, that this is her dad.
That's fair. But she points and she'll give the name of the girl.
Ooh, well, now that's an unusual name. I don't think I should. Well, wait a minute. Given the country that we're in, which is Scotland, that's not as unusual.
No.
If we were in America,
just be happy there isn't 12 vowels in a row.
Oh, what is he? Yes. All right.
I had a friend named Neve. You wouldn't imagine how her name was actually spelled.
Lady Mary can tell you about her mother, and her mother's name was Gwyneth of Lindisfarne. Try spelling Lindisfarne.
There's a
And-
Russell behind.
Lendn. What was the last part?
Lindisfarne.
Lendn. Farnze.
Well, that is a spelling.
And I was trying.
Hey, you did well, considering how many people have tried to spell that on a scroll. My mom accepted any spelling of it, so you did well.
Mm.
Williams
At any rate,
walks like nearby, and he's just wrapping up cords from the microphones in the set. So that
right. Rags kind of wanders off. You see her bringing up her arm, and what pokes through is her the vortex manipulator. She's got it up, and she's speaking into it. And what you see, Williams, is a little tiny light that comes out from this device. Floats about nose height to Rags, and blinks, and then kind of does the jumping around thing, like it might be happy. You're not sure. It's a ball of light, and then you see it kind of dart off.
Williams makes a mental note, and because he thinks to himself, I don't remember adding that to the unit protocol.
No,
Interesting.
you didn't.
But he's not gonna. He makes a mental note, but he's not gonna ask Rags yet
Okay.
anything about it. He's just gonna continue
Alright.
wrapping up the cords and the microphones and everything, and the
Right.
speakers, whatnot. Doing the cleanup after the show.
All right. Tress, do you want to say anything to Williams at this point?
Yeah, she's gonna look at him cleaning up and say, "You're not a roadie. You're supposed to be protecting me. You don't
Yes.
need to be doing that."
But the roadie didn't show up. They're missing.
Yeah.
I can't find them in the back room. And I've looked everywhere. They're just gone. No trace of them, nothing. That's why I was coming here to subtly kind of inform you that we're missing staff.
At least one roadie. Now, your tech guy, Tress, the one that controls like your microphone,
Yeah.
He's backstage.
he was at his little board. He was,
Yep.
rolling up those cords and making sure that all that gets put away safely.
Yep.
So he's there. You can see him. He's there.
Yep.
Yeah. She'll walk over to the sound guy.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Have you seen insert name here?
You come up with that name, dear.
Fair enough. Have you seen James around here?
No, Mom, I haven't. And by the name, your tech guy is named Isaac.
Okay.
Something I can pronounce. Which is
Yeah.
actually on the list for Scottish names. Go fig. No, Mom. I the last time I saw, what was the guy's name?
James.
James.
Last time I saw James, he was setting up. I mean, the space isn't ideal, but most of your charity work is not in ideal places. We both know that.
Yes, that's why you both get paid so well.
And we appreciate that. But no, the last time I saw him was right before you went on stage. He said he needed to go into the back to make sure things were in their proper spots, so when you finished, he could start on breaking down.
She nods. Thank you, Isaac. She'll turn and walk towards the backstage area.
Okay.
William's closely following behind.
Yep.
She
yep.
is going to make sure she's gonna. If you've watched Power Rangers, you've seen this
Yes.
move where
Yes.
she looks around, make sure there's nobody's around.
Yes. Yes. I've watched enough Power Rangers to know that particular move.
Yeah. Other than Williams, obviously.
Oh, the Bill Williams. Lemon came up with a different way of spelling Lindisfarne.
Interesting.
Any rate, that's neither here nor there.
But much like the doctor would do, she's gonna scan the room. The only difference is when she does it, it's more like,
Okay.
Just humming. Yep.
yeah, because her choker works on her own vocal cords.
Okay.
So she's making sure nobody can hear that.
Mm-hmm.
That is very true. I want you to roll me a perception.
Let us see what my perception is. It's actually, eh.
My perception's probably worse off than yours. I have
Can't be any worse
1.
off than Rags. Yeah, well, Rags is the one.
17.
17.
15 plus 2.
Wow, nice. So, you're scanning the room, and your scanner pings off of something in the far right of the room.
She just looks and says, "What the heck?" And she'll walk towards it.
It is the unconscious body of your roadie.
Williams looks over and is like, that wasn't there earlier.
Yeah, you rolled poorly on your perception check.
You. It's. It's all right. Does he look like he was knocked unconscious? Like, does he have any outward injuries?
It does look like he has a bump on his head, yes. Okay. As you're looking over him, you see him twitch. And oh, my head. Has anybody got the number of that bus that hit me?
Well, one would hope, but can you tell me what happened, James?
I was making sure that everything was in place so then when you finished your concert and was dealing with the adorable kids, that I would just very quietly come in and start packing up, as I do, because that's what you pay me for.
Yes.
And I was looking at these boxes, making sure that things were in its place, and somebody came up behind me and whacked me one. Don't ask me who it was. I was looking in this direction. I just felt a blasted back pain on my head, and down I went.
Williams is looking around backstage and he says, God darn it, I should have invested in those extra cameras back here.
Right. Well, do you think you can stand?
Yeah, I could stand. I mean, I've had hangovers worse than this.
Williams helps him up.
Well, that's good.
he accepts the help. Trust me, he accepts the help.
And Williams hands him an ice bag for his forehead.
Let's go get you checked out. Make sure nobody did any lasting damage.
Oh, thank you, Mom. And you see him, occasionally, holding in the back of his head, and you look at him, and his eyes are slightly crossed, like, oh God, that still hurts. Just from your observations, Tress, it really does look like he's been hit over the head with something heavy. But it's good for you to check to see, make sure that he doesn't have a concussion. Those could be nasty.
William shouts over to one of the to Isaac. Isaac, can you please go get one of the nurses, please, and have them check out our friend here. He seems to have hit his head. James here. He seems to have accidentally hit his head on one of the pieces of equipment that fell.
Oh, right. And you see him trundle off. There are still people in this waiting room. Like, there's still parents and doctors and nurses still here. They haven't all left. So you see him trundle off, come up to like a group, talk to somebody, and a man, a rather shorter man, about 5'2", 5'3", dark in color, has a very small mustache, glasses, comes over. He has a definite accent, but you can't tell what. Not a native accent, not one from Scotland or Ireland, not one from the continents. Definitely not American. So somewhere other than here. So he comes over and goes, right? I heard that someone might be injured.
Mr. Williams points to James.
Yeah. Tress is helping him walk if he's having trouble.
All right. He's having a little bit of trouble, but yeah. Oh my. Yeah, right. Sit down here. And he pulls out stuff that he has on hand, checks James over. You hear him go, just the condescending noises of, well, not condescending, but the noises that a doctor would make while they're checking somebody out. Mm-hmm. And then he turns to you, Tress, and he says, I do believe that your friend here might be suffering, other than a colossal bump on the head, might have a bit of a concussion. I'd like to keep him here under observation just to make sure that he's all right.
That's perfectly all right. I'm not due for a show for a couple of days now, so he should be all right for the day.
Thank you. You are Miss Tress, are you not?
Yes, I am.
I am Dr. Hernandez. What? I never did know what his real first name was.
If it's Javier, I'm gonna riot.
No, it's not. I am Dr. Charles Hernandez. I came over. I'm doing an exchange program with my American colleagues, and I ended up here. It is so nice to meet you. I have been a fan.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to meet a fan from across the pond.
Well, I will take your friend and I will put him in a one of our other rooms. Not one, obviously, taking up a room for the children here, but in one of those, we will keep an eye on him, make sure that he doesn't have a concussion, check him out, and he should be fine by the end of the day, maybe tomorrow. So if you'd like to come back and check on him at that time.
She nods. Thank you.
He nods.
Um,
Helps James up and kind of walks him like a couple of steps, calls out to somebody and says, "Get this man a wheelchair." One of the patient reps, one of the transportation people, comes with a wheelchair. They carefully sit James into the chair, and the three of them off they trundle.
They zoom away.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly a zoom, but yeah, very close to it.
Yes.
well, that's one mystery solved.
Williams is examining the surrounding area where the man was knocked out.
Well, you're not in that room anymore. You remember you left.
Yes, but he's gonna go back once we get back to that area and backstage. And
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Press is going to hunt down cult members. Hope.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, Hope did end up leaving the concert before it was done.
Fair.
And I'm pretty sure you don't want to leave this hospital without your two other companions. You don't want to walk in. You have the sense that you kind of don't want to walk into this without the support of the other two.
Probably not. Wouldn't be the smartest thing she's done.
True.
Yep.
So you basically have two. You basically have two paths. Trust. You could either follow Williams in and help him figure out who exactly came in and knocked over your roadie, or you could wait for Rags to come back and give you the information about the child.
Fun fact about Tress. She is not a law enforcement officer.
That's true.
So she will wait on Rags.
All right.
Williams goes off and does his thing.
And we'll get to that.
Yes.
Rags. It's about maybe 15 or 20 minutes later. Rags comes back. The little ball of light is now kind of trailing her. And as she comes up, the little ball of light just kind of comes up and kind of does a very, very quick scan of you, Tress. Just kind of not a beam of light, but just kind of goes up and down.
Yeah.
And then you see the little ball of light go back over to Rags, and I don't know what you were so afraid of. This individual is fine. We found the information. You could tell her the information. I'm going back here for a little bit. I need to rest. Go ahead, Lacey. Just thank you. You see the little ball of light just kind of go back into the vortex manipulator. Right, closes the top, and it disappears within the perception filter.
Your little OB friend needs a nap.
When they go into the system and do the extensive looking that you asked us to do, they get kind of tired out.
I can understand that.
So,
I always got really tired doing research too.
any rate, the young lady that you wanted us to look at, uh, Melred, very cute, brought adopted by the two most awesome dads. Her diagnosis. She has pediatric AIDS.
That is. Yep.
Yep. I mean, when we found out about it, sort of like, well, we found out what she has, and that both me or my friend can do.
No, that's fine. But honestly, we have cured minor diseases like this long ago.
This is a minor disease. You know how well at this point the AIDS thing is more or less controlled, at least according to Lady Mary. But when it first came on the scene, it was killing people left, right, sideways.
Yeah,
Because we didn't know anything about it.
That's fair, but Gallifreyans are a tad bit older. And, in all fairness, as much as I did not like it, and now no longer have to abide by it, there's not much we can't cure. The problem is my father and the other Time Lords have a problem with sharing.
Have a problem with what?
Sharing.
Sharing.
Knowledge, medicine, technology.
Oh, you know, that sounds like the stuck-up people over in another universe.
I am still one of them.
Well, I realize that, but I'm not saying that you're stuck up. I'm talking about the other people are stuck up.
Yes. They were more pragmatic in their look at the universe.
Yeah.
In all fairness, the Sisterhood does rather well with it. Unfortunately, it takes them till around the year 3000 to do it. Cat guns.
Yeah, I understand that. Did anything else happen while I was off, being a sneaky little kobold? And she brings up her fingers and kind of taps them against each other.
Well, at some point during my show, my roadie was knocked unconscious and left backstage.
Why do people like to do that? I mean, have we discovered who knocked out your roadie?
No, Kenny is in the room now.
Right. And you see Rags roll her eyes.
Yeah, but he's being seen to. So plus side.
Good. I'd hate for anybody to be hurt while we're on this mission to join a cult.
Well,
I'm not one for doing bad ideas, but this is not the worst idea I've been dragged into.
Out of character, considering during one of those plans, one of her party members pulled a gun and shot an archlich.
True.
In the face.
True.
Yeah, Ash had that one
Mhm.
of awesomeness. Nat 20 just crack. Anyway,
Yep. Oh yeah. Ahem.
but yeah, he says honestly that's probably not the first time he's ended up like that because of me. I'm sad to say.
I'm imagining this is the reason why you pay them both very well. Kind of to keep their mouths shut.
And no, I just make sure that the pay is worth the trouble they get into.
That makes sense. They sound like really good people.
They are. Uh, Technically, one of them I met in, she does air quotes, college, and has been my friend ever since. But
Given what you are, I didn't think you went to. And again, you see Rex do the air quotes college.
well, technically she would have said university, but
Yes.
she says, "Well, between you and me, I didn't. Although officially,
Yeah.
officially, Tres Napolitano graduated from Oxford."
Oh, now that's the prestigious college.
That is fair. I didn't think it was overstepping, considering.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. That's something to giggle and cheer about later.
But yes, we should probably go find out what is going on with Mr. Williams, and then I have a date with a cult. Well, we have a date with a cult.
We have a date with a cult. Yes. All right. So as Rags and Tress are moving to the back, Katie, you've been back there for a bit. I want you to roll me a. You're doing an investigation.
Yes, he has set up some special like tripod, weird-looking equipment that is. It doesn't look alien, but just it does look a little bit out of place.
Okay.
And he has brought this particular equipment in separate boxes that he's told everybody not to touch because it's
Okay.
security equipment. He says. So
That's
he's
fine.
deployed this stuff and he's using that. So I'm gonna roll another investigation check, which is my investigation is a +2.
All right.
Let me just open up my box of math rocks.
Yes. Pull out your box of math rocks.
11 plus 2, 13.
Ooh.
Not the best roll, but math
Certainly
rocks be
not the
math
worst.
rocks. Math rocks. We'll just say
So
some of the equipment was not calibrated entirely correctly because he's rushing.
Okay, so you had a 13, you said?
Yes, 13.
Okay.
This is his tech from his homeworld.
Okay.
And it's been specially modified with Uda's permission to basically be surveillance tech.
Okay.
But what it does is I'm going to kind of describe it to you as a GM. It takes a particle sample of the surrounding area and then uses kind of like ionized energy pulses that are sent out, and it causes the ions in the air to age in reverse. So it's kind of like a 3D camera projector, but it gives a real time, like kind of like a hologram of what happened up to an hour before.
All
It
right.
only lasts up to an hour before. That way, it
Okay.
has a mechanic tied to it for you.
Thank you. What you see, and at this point, because it took you a while to set this up,
Yeah.
the conversation between Rags and Tress has just finished, and they're at this point they're walking into the room as you're setting this up, and it.
And Williams holds out his hand. Wait! Don't disturb the ions. He holds out a hand as he watches the ions move through the room.
What you see, what all of us see, is what looks to be a short figure, about 5'4", come into the room, kind of doing the look left, look right, moving the head left and right. This particular technology, because of your role, dear heart, because it wasn't calibrated enough, you don't get a face. You get size and weight and maybe some clothing, but not a face.
It's just a bunch of particles that are kind of shimmering. That's all you
Yeah.
get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all you get. You see the figure of the roadie. As he said, he was telling the truth. He was looking down at the box. And this person coming up, silently coming up, with what looks to be a baton or something that's about this long, comes up, whacks the roadie. Roadie goes down. This person then looks left, looks right, and just kind of sneaks
In
out.
which direction? Same way
out
he came in?
No, out where through where Rags and Tress are.
Williams says, okay, well now we know where they went. He pulls out another small device and starts scanning the floor for footprints. With the same, it's a handheld version of the same thing.
Right. Well, what you get is the footprint is about a size 7 shoe.
We're looking for anyone wearing a size 7. He says as he's like leaning over the floor, just kind of scanning.
And Rags goes, "Wow, you're even better than CSI or NCIS. I know both of those are TV shows, but dang."
Well, he just looks up while he's like leaning over like off to the side. He's like, yeah, someday I'll let you borrow some of this. Maybe I might let you figure out how this stuff works, Rags, when we're done with this. Oh, by the way, this is all the stuff in my homework. Don't it's very sensitive. Don't touch it, please. Unless I give you permission, he says as he looks back down at the tracks. He continues following them out around the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, guys.
Tress?
You do know that a size 7 is quite a common shoe for a woman. Yes?
He's already left the scene.
I don't think he's listening.
I think it's rather adorable. He thinks those toys of his are important. He walks.
Very good. I love it. I so love it.
There is bounty hunting tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still all Tinker Toys to her.
I
You
know.
You gotta remember the tech difference between you and Tress.
Yes, she's like a 9. I'm like a Weasley
No,
7.
No, she's a 10.
She's a 10.
Oh yeah, I'm like a 7.
And you've got to remember that Rags is a 2.
So Rags is just looking at this like, ooh, shiny.
No, Rags. You've got to remember Rags has hung around Lady Mary long enough to go. Not. She still goes ooh because this is all freaking magic to her anyway.
Yeah.
But she knows enough that it's technology, not magic.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, continue on.
So, you're following the footsteps, aren't you?
Yes, but he's being more discreet now that he's out in the open.
Okay.
He's just
So
kind of so his device is actually kind of morphed into kind of like a it's a like a smartwatch, but he's following the arrow pointing in the direction where the trail's
Mm.
leading. So he's wearing basically, it looks like an iWatch, but it's, it's just a
Right.
simple smartwatch that's tech.
Right. All right.
He says, okay, room looks like it's down this way. Excuse me. Sorry, he almost bumps into someone. Sorry, sorry.
At this point, I am going to make you roll again.
Yep.
Well, this time you're rolling a more of a perception check than an investigation check.
That's
I
fair.
want to see how well you keep the trail, because as Tress pointed out, aside from Chew is pretty darn common.
Yeah, but he's following the footprint markers, and yes, they can fade over time. So yeah, you're right.
For the record, Tress wears a size 7.
Well, he's not losing that trail anytime soon. 21.
You rolled a nat 20?
20 plus 1. Yep.
You rolled a nat 20. Yeah, you're keeping to these footfalls like a
Bounty hunter.
bounty hunter to their prey. Yep.
Yep.
You're following them, and it looks like that these footsteps. Well, you notice as in the area where Tress was holding their
Concert.
concert, it was very I'm sneaking through the crowd. I don't want to be caught, kind of thing. But as soon as they get past the point where no one's looking, it becomes more regular, more
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
He's following that trail.
Yep, you are definitely following that trail.
Where does it lead? Into a room, into a closet, down an elevator, where in the building? Because remember, he's done a survey of the entire building for security purposes, so.
You have. It goes into an elevator.
Alright. Excuse me, sorry, as like a gurney with a patient goes by out of the elevator. Sorry, excuse me, slides by.
No, you're not in the patient elevator, you're in the
Service lift?
No. There's a patient elevator, and then there's the visitor's elevator. The patient elevator is going to be a lot bigger because I've
Okay.
got to move gurneys around.
Okay.
Patient elevator is a regular elevator or a lift because we're in freaking Great Britain.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't know if they were sharing the elevator because sometimes I've gone up the patient elevator before when I visited.
So have
family.
I, but usually if I'm visiting my husband, then I go up in the visitor elevator, and those are significantly smaller. Trust me.
Okay, we don't have those here where I am, but regardless, continue.
Regardless, yes.
Yeah.
So you get into the elevator and you see the steps stop.
Yep.
Well, you see them go in.
Yep. They're just kind of pulsing right now because remember it's a pulse wave that goes out.
Right. You see them go in.
Now, which floor did you go to? He points his watch
His thing up.
Points it up at the panel.
Okay.
Roll again.
Yeah. Roll again, because you're not looking for footfalls. You're looking for who pushed the button, Max.
Yep.
Pull the lever, clunk.
That is another dirty 20. God damn.
Ooh,
The rolls
wow.
are with me today. Bounty hunting is in bounty hunting day today.
It is. So you look at the panel and you notice that the one with the largest pulse is the ground floor. Because the way they do it in England, and I'm assuming also in Scotland too, is
It's always a 0.
well, no, the way that they do it is the first floor. They call it the ground floor. The first floor of any building is the first floor.
Yes.
Yeah,
But-
it's really weird. Trust me.
I will
I've
say,
tried
when
to-
I went to Sweden, I had to figure out that 0 was always the ground floor.
yeah.
It was weird. All right.
It was
continue.
weird. Right. So the biggest thing is the one that is either 0 or G or whatever they use.
Yep. Yeah, he pushes
That
the
particular
button.
And you rapidly descend. Now you switched your thing, your watch back down to the ground?
Floor. Yeah, floor. Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm assuming the elevator stops occasionally as it lets people in and off, and
Yeah,
He's just
no,
tr-
it's one of the lighter days, so you don't get that many other people in this
Okay.
particular elevator, if any.
okay.
It goes all the way down to the ground floor. Doors open, and you see the steps walk out,
Of the hospital.
like out the hospital.
All right. He pushes a button on his communicator and on his earpiece, and says, Miss Tress, can you please meet me at the exit to the hospital? I have a
I want to ask
No,
something before.
don't stop.
Do you say that over comms?
No, that's an out of character. I'm stopping Trish.
Okay.
Yes. What?
After Mr. Williams gets his message out, behind
Yes.
him, she'll say, "You know I've been following you the entire time, right?"
I was about to ask that exact question.
Williams just
That's
nearly
why I
like,
had you stop.
Williams just
you.
nearly jumps out of his skin, literally
you-
his shark skin. But like he's in his perception filter, so he literally almost jumps out of his suit. It's like he spins around like on a pivot and like just nearly like stares like daggers at Tress for the first time, and says, "Don't creep up on me like that. I'm sorry, ma'am."
Pay better attention to your surroundings.
Okay, the trail went that way. He points out the sliding glass door. Do we have do we want to walk it, or do we want to honestly I feel like walking it because, this points to his watch. The GPS is a little fritzy. It's an old device. He says GPS with an emphasis.
Just give me a moment before we go.
Okay. I mean, I had an idea, but if you want us to wait, we'll wait.
No, she's just going back to the car. She's grabbing a brown wig and a cloak
Oh, so that you're
and her
not
psychic
recognized.
paper. Yeah.
Ah, yes. So she's not recognized. Yeah, very good.
Yep. Williams just waits, tapping his foot, like standing next to the door, just tapping his foot.
Left.
Tress has probably seen Ashes do this very similar thing as Empress.
Mhm. Look, she is just going, and we want to stay safe, right?
Yes,
We don't know who knocked out James.
that's true, but that
I mean, for what I saw, it looked like a small person. Not-
yes,
well,
Regina, I'm trying to concentrate. As he's surveying the area, looking for anyone of that size in the crowd outside the building.
You do realize that by this point they would have already snuck out.
I'm aware, but there's always room for an accomplice or someone who might be still lingering nearby, trying to keep an eye out to see if someone's following the trail. He kind of whispers while he's like through gritted teeth.
And once again, proving she needs a bell. Tress just says, "What exactly are we trying to look out for, and why are we so paranoid?"
Ask him.
By the way,
Madam.
all of you have seen. I think everybody in the game has seen Christina Aguilera with brown hair.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
So, Williams exits the building through the sliding glass door, the revolving door, and is just walking down the street following the trail.
Mhm.
He says, "We're gonna be late to the night. We're gonna be late. And the
You lose the tuck suit and the tie.
he just stands there and he's like, fine."
And then she'll turn.
He takes off the jacket which I'm doing right now. God damn it. Without
Yeah.
breaking my headset. God damn it. He folds it neatly, still wearing the undercoat, and just tosses it to you to hold. Still wearing the tie, the bow tie.
Which Hugh are you tossing it to? Are you tossing it to Rags, or you're tossing it to Tress?
I'm tossing it to Regina to hold.
To Rags.
Yep, to Regs.
Can you please put that in your pocket?
Right. And you see her fold it up a few more times, so it's a little bit smaller.
Yep.
And then it disappears.
Yep.
Williams, you have absolutely no idea where she stuck it.
That's fair. He has a general idea, but he doesn't care at this point. He's like, okay.
One more thing. She says,
One
turning to
more
Rags,
thing. Yes.
and very quickly she'll just go. And Rags, she's programming the perception filter to not be business clothes. She's putting
Okay.
her in like punk clothes.
Okay, I will. Let's see here. This is. Yes, I want you to roll me an engineering check.
Yep.
I'm assuming you have a better engineering than Kenny over here.
What is my engineering? Let me check.
Probably not, but I rolled well.
I mean, I have a
Ooh.
plus. I have a
19.
plus. I have a +2.
Ooh,
But I don't know what.
you had a 19,
Yep.
dear heart. Okay. So, yes, you sit there and zip set, you fiddle around with the controls, and the power suit is gone. And what Rags is now wearing is she's wearing a black bomber jacket with, so is everyone Time Lords, or do we have companions too? We've got one Time Lord and 2 companions, not too shabby.
Yeah. Which I
okay.
didn't put together until session 3.
That's true. She's wearing a black bomber jacket with a white fringe, a blue shirt, blue jeans, the white socks, and teddy shoes. And by the way, she still has the rainbow hair.
Yeah.
And
She
she
didn't change
looks,
the hair.
yeah, she didn't change the hair. She just. Heh. I kind of like the power suit, but I can't decide which one do I like better. The power suit or this?
Well,
And I have shoes for the first time. Well, that I had shoes for the heels are not my thing, but shoes.
well, I figure if we're hunting someone, it probably doesn't pay to look like we're
Us?
going to a board meeting.
Oh yeah, yes. We need to. We need to blend in. Wait,
What?
where have I heard that line before?
Williams pushes a button, and the it's kind of like a very modified version of what he's wearing right now, but it's more kind of like it's casual wear, but a little less formal. So no bow tie. This
You
would
think
actually
that-
be.
well, that's what you think that it's going to change into. You do the modifications.
Mm-hmm. Do I need to roll?
No, I just did. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Oh dear.
You think that that's what you decided, but very briefly, you look like a man wearing a nun's habit. And then it switches over to what you just described.
Oh, okay. Don't know why that one cropped up.
Do you have something you want to tell us, Mr.
No, ma'am. This way. He
Uh,
points.
you
I would imagine that this is his only chance to go straight.
Tress just right.
Well,
Uh,
just keeps following the trail as
Williams,
he's crossing the
drop the
street.
man. If we're stopped in public, I really don't want people thinking I'm important
Okay,
until I want them to.
fair. He says,
This
"I'm just going to."
we're incognito, dear heart. Incognito.
So Tress is fine.
Trust. Yeah, we're.
That way.
It's yes, that way across the street into the park.
And you
Tress
are
looks
following.
left and right. Stops Rags and Williams from stepping out into the street as a double-decker passes by.
Oh, those red double deckers.
Yeah.
It says sightseeing tours. It says timeless sightseeing tours.
Would you stop doing that? I did a spit take.
Sorry.
But after it passes, she'll jog across the street.
Okay.
Williams follows behind. Well, actually, Williams crosses before because he's following the trail, but doesn't get hit by the bus.
No, he does not. He does not get hit by the bus. But you guys get over to the park. You're continuing to follow these footfalls. And I think what you see in the park is that you do see. We've managed to catch up with Hope. You see Hope in the park. And it looks like she is talking to another woman. Yeah, they're having a very interesting conversation. Although you guys are too far away to actually hear what they're saying. No, they're being very animated. Let me rephrase that. They're being very animated.
Yeah, Williams looks over to Rags. Hey, Rags, can your little Orby thing at least do a little eavesdropping for me?
Well, considering they went trawling in a computer system to find some things out for press over here, they're taking a nap, so no.
Fine, I'll do this myself.
Never mind. What about the footsteps that we've been following?
He holds up his watch, and the footsteps are just pulsing in the direction of Hope.
No, they're not.
Oh, God.
they're
How long
not.
have we been walking, guys? God damn it, it's been a full hour. Really?
No, they have not. The footsteps do not lead to Hope.
Hold
Those
on,
are not
wait.
Hope's. Those are not Hope's footsteps.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Where do they?
Okay,
Okay.
hang on.
I'll let you
I
continue.
want all of us, all three of us, to roll a perception check.
Perception is.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, that makes sense for Rags.
Yep. All right. Wow. Okay, now the dice don't like me today.
Yeah, I thought not.
That's an 11.
Yeah, I had a 10. Tress?
I'm back, sorry.
That's okay. Tress, could you roll me a perception check? Please?
19.
19? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Williams and Rags are not going to see this. Tress, you are. You see hiding behind a bush, looking at these two women, is a woman, about 5'4", brown hair, wearing a black leather jacket. You can't see the front, but you can see the back. Black leather jacket, brown pants, and what you can see are brown flats. That's what I'll say. She's crouched behind this bush, like she doesn't want to be seen. Now, next thing I'm going to have you roll is a history check. Just for Tress, because Tress might actually know who this particular individual is.
15.
15?
Yep.
You look at this particular individual and you know exactly who this individual is. Because you've encountered her before. She was a very sweet young lady.
Was she? It's hoping.
It's Sarah Jane Smith.
I am sorry. What?
You heard me. It's Sarah Jane Smith.
Well, shite.
I love it.
Cool. She's going to take time to walk. She's gonna activate Blinking Step. And basically,
Are you going to appear
Penny
behind
and-
her?
Kenny and Rags are gonna lose track of her, and Sarah is not gonna notice when
Yeah, I kind of
Crest
figured
pops
that.
up behind her.
Yeah.
It's Misty Step.
Yeah, I've
Yep.
got to figure that.
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Well, Miss Sarah Jane, you know you look very good for a devil.
Are you not being quiet, or
No, she says it to where Sarah Jane can hear it only.
okay? Sarah will turn around unexpected. Turn around and look at you frighteningly. You see those big blue eyes looking at you. Oh. Well, I'm gonna have her roll.
Yeah, it's
She has a pretty good history, so give me a second.
her. The last time she would have saw Tress was probably when Sarah Jane was in her 20s.
I mean, that was a 19, so yeah. She looks at. What are you doing here? Blink,
Well,
blink.
apparently I am conversing with a ghost.
A ghost?
Yes, you're. I don't know how to say this kindly, but you're supposed to be dead.
That was the point.
Well, you did a very good job of it. Even they thought you were gone.
Well, I wanted to disappear from the world and kind of fade away and yes, I did that very well. Now, what are you doing here? The last time I saw you, I was 23.
Yes, well, Obviously, I'm not human. So that should have been your first clue. She says with a smile. But
I have encountered your kind. I have encountered him. One, two, and you see her act very quietly counting. One,
the
two.
master, the corsair, she says, yes,
Have you seen him?
no. Unfortunately, I got roped into this because he's missing.
He's missing.
Yes.
Apparently, those two. But she points to points to Hope and whoever she's talking to. Might have something to do with that. Might not have something to do with that. I don't know.
We intend to find out. I plan on joining their cult.
You what?
They may be able to break a human mind, but they'd have to get up, well, prehistorically early to get one over on a Gallifreyan.
All right, all right. Well, I mean, do you mind if I tag along?
Sure. We were also going to go see, after this, we were going to go see your son and K9 if you want to join, but I understand if you have your reasons why not.
Look, my son doesn't even know that I'm still alive, and I kind of like to keep it that way. He's been through so much already.
Him and K9 both.
Yeah, I know. All right. I do believe that from what I could hear, that one, and she points to Hope, says that they found a new person that might be able to join their cabal. I'm assuming that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Did you bring anybody else? And usually you people don't travel alone.
That's pretty good memory. No, I didn't come alone. I do have a question, though.
Yeah.
Why did you knock out my roadie?
He would have come by the box that I was hiding in at the time. I didn't want to be discovered.
That's fair enough, all things considered.
Is he all right? I hope I didn't hurt him too badly.
Mild concussion. Nothing too terribly bad.
And you see her breathe a sigh of relief. All right. Well, I need to not look like me. She kind of looks down at
Yeah.
herself.
Yeah. She'll reach into her purse, I guess, and will pull out another perception filter.
What are you programming this one for Sarah to change into?
Sarah Jane Smith, age 23.
Oh, so a young version of her. Yeah. I mean, sorry.
There isn't a person alive on this planet but Joe that would actually remember what she looks like.
There's more people that would know what she looks like, but they're not here at the moment.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Probably in that same little, like, dress outfit she always wore.
Okay. No, they're not, but how's you? You're not in this scene. Well, at least not yet.
I know.
I mean, they're tchotchkes to one of us.
It's true. Let's see here. Okay. both your what's your passive perception, Tress?
12.
12. Okay. Hers is a 15. Uh, both of you are not unsurprised by a rainbow-haired individual wearing a black bomber jacket trying to sneak up on the two of you.
There is my ace counterpart. Says Ace, the character. Always wore a bomber jacket.
Add patches too. I liked
Yep.
that bomber jacket.
Yeah.
It's a nice bomber jacket.
Mr. Williams has actually moved off and has sat a ways a distance on a park bench, but close enough that he can overhear the conversation and monitor with his devices.
Yeah. She'll
Right.
Tress will look at the younger version and say, "Well, Sarah Jane, this is Rags, going by Regina right now, and tall and broody over there on the park bench is some kind of alien bounty hunter that I picked up."
Yeah, Rags kind of takes one look at Sarah Jane, even in her young form. Rags kind of looks at it. Well, it's nice to meet you, but I don't think I've ever met you before. And Sarah Jane looks at Rags and goes, you sound different. Are you human? That is a very long and complicated question and long and complicated answer.
She's
One
a
that-
kobold, a fantasy creature. It takes a little bit of getting used to. See, not so long, not so complicated.
And you see Rags kind of screw perfectly kind of look at you. Okay. Yes, I am a kobold, and apparently, you people. Never mind. Anyway, so what are we doing over here whispering? I got bored.
Clearly. Well, this is an old acquaintance of mine, a friend, back in the day. Yeah.
Okay. And there's a reason why she looks like that? I mean, this is 2024. If she's an old acquaintance of you, should she be, no offense, old?
She's a little bit older than she looks, but honestly, that look was all the rage in the 60s.
60s?
Technically, I think it was the 80s, so she'll say appropriately.
You mean the age of Beatles and Rockets to the Moon and...
Yes.
Oh. I barely know what a rocket is, and oh, okay. As I said, I'm very confused. Small kobold brain.
Sorry. Rags, allow me to introduce you to the thought long dead Sarah Jane Smith. We were gonna go visit her dog.
Oh. Well, it appears that you got better. You see Sarah
That's
Jane
what
smile.
I said.
You see Sarah Jane smile. At this particular point, let's see, the two that have been holding this conversation. Oh, Lord. Well, that was one. And that was the other. Hope has no idea that you guys are, all three of you are, like, hiding behind this bush and talking, albeit quietly. 'Cause she rolled on that one. But the other individual kind of perks up and goes, "Oi! Who's ever behind that bush? Out now!"
Tress will very quickly activate her own perception filter,
Okay.
and the brown hair doesn't look, is real, but her face looks a little bit, looks more Hispanic.
Okay, that's fair.
And sorry, yeah, I'm really bad at this. She steps from behind the thing. I apologize. I wasn't watching the two of you. She holds the psychic paper up. It says Interpol agent.
Okay.
Rachel Vasquez.
Really?
No.
Okay. That's fair. I want you to roll me a deception check. Well, they roll an insight.
You really gonna try and out decept a Time Lord? Okay. That's your fault.
Hey.
21.
I haven't actually made up a character sheet for this particular character. I haven't made up a character sheet for any of these characters because they're NPCs. But I rolled a nat 20. This particular individual kind of looks at the paper, looks at you, looks at the paper, looks at you. And she's going to read what she sees on the paper. Is that what you just said? It says, now, I've got to ask something of Tress. I don't know if this is going to be a personal question or not, but sexuality, what do they go for?
She's a Harkness.
A what?
Captain, she basically has the same orientation as Jack from Torchwood.
Right, okay.
Anything, everything, doesn't matter.
Right, okay, gotcha. So what it says on your wonderful psychic papers, I think you're hot. And she reads that out.
That's the wrong one. That was for after I introduced myself. My apologies. She will close it back and open it to the right one. Look at it herself, make sure it's exactly what she says it is, and then she'll point.
Fair enough. I'm sorry, I was recreating a scene that I found out from the latest episode of Doctor Who, because that is exactly what happened to the Doctor. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
She continues in her accent. Well, that's not a lie, but yeah, no, here. Sorry.
And it actually does say the things that you kind of reinforced yourself into making sure that that's what you're trying to send there. Mm-hmm. And she looks at that and goes, okay.
That was mildly embarrassing.
Who are your two friends there?
Well,
and Sarah will come out and goes, "Hello, I am the reporter Sarah Jane Smith. I'm here to do a story on your organization."
she's not with me. The other one is a trainee, which apparently I flubbed in front of. So that's great.
And then Rags will peek and goes, "Hi, I am Regina. And you see this 5'9" tall person kind of act like she was when she was only 3 foot tall. Kind of, that very, I don't like talking to new people. This is an uncomfortable situation. That sort of thing. Okay. Anyway. What name did you give them? Tress?
Rachel Vasquez.
Right. So, Miss Vasquez, what are we doing here? I mean, we were just hiding behind the bush.
I know, and unfortunately, our target, she says, and she points down the street at a random guy. We need to go after him. If you don't mind, sorry. And she'll grab her trainee and rush down the street. And then, of course, she'll turn around and double down.
Do you run
Okay.
past the man holding a newspaper, sitting on a park bench?
Probably.
I mean, you can see her talking to them, getting flustered, and then walking away.
Yeah, he folds the newspaper, lowers the newspaper, folds the newspaper, tosses the newspaper in the trash can next to him, gets up, and casually walks towards the water fountain where you're passing, and then waits for you to stop before asking, so how did that go? As he's drinking some water.
It's not. It wasn't my best introduction, but it seemed to pan out all right.
You could have been more discreet.
How discreet did you want us to be? We had to think of...
I'm a bounty hunter. I do things my way.
And you're a part of a team now, so your way...
Doesn't always work.
He sighs. I got at least some intel, not much. He holds up his watch. I managed to get a scan on the individual with whoever you were talking to.
Yes, we know who she is.
You,
Tress apparently knows the person.
One Sarah
Yes.
Jane Smith,
yes.
age 23.
23 is a bit of an understatement. She's a bit older than that.
He's still looking at his watch, just reading off like height, weight.
Damn, I did a better job on that perception filter than I thought.
Sexual preferences, everything from A to Z.
Yeah, it's like
He's just
the whole list.
He's going down the list and like it's getting to the
Married
point where it's
to a
getting
computer system.
yeah,
Has 2 adoptive children.
likes dogs.
Metal dog.
Yeah, robot dog. Traveled with the doctor extensively. Both with the
And
third.
Tress.
Well, traveled with the 3rd doctor for his regeneration, and then traveled with the 4th doctor. Met up with the 10th doctor. Saw the 11th doctor.
He's just reading this out loud, like to you guys, and he like at this point you're just like, okay, shut up now, and he's he's still going.
Tress has that face like, you can stop now.
He looks up. Oh, sorry. Puts
Yes,
his sleeves over the watch.
I know the woman. Yes. And she did apologize for knocking out James. Turns out, she was going to be caught, which I don't blame her. Probably knocked him out too.
So we're back to a cold trail. Great. He sighs.
No, we solved who knocked out my roadie. And
we kind of went into the next part of our thing, which was speeding up the cult, but we got there earlier than expected. I think that was...
yes.
Yeah.
Though I do have an idea.
Ooh, an idea.
I do like ideas.
Yeah.
especially if
She says-
especially if they involve Bertha.
I don't think this is going to involve Bertha.
No, it's not. She's gonna walk behind a dumpster and take off the wig and all of that and walk back out. And then she will blink, do a blinking step and make it seem like she's walking from the hospital. Just as alone and as pleasant as you can be.
Meanwhile,
Her face is right, blonde hair.
Rags kind of
William's just like, where did she go? Looks behind the dumpster. Well, she left those there.
I think she's coming this way.
Oh. He
Yeah, and-
he stands up from behind the dumpster. Ah. That would
She
make
is
sense.
going to make herself seen and known to the two cultists.
All right. You come back into the park as yourself. And you walk elegantly into the park. Now, Williams, what are you doing? I know what Rags is doing.
Williams is he realizes what the plan is, which is in his mind a very, very stupid plan. And he's like, he is now like, his eyes are darting left, right, and up and down. He's doing like the full 360 like spin. He is surveying the area, looking for snipers, anyone who could jump Tress while she's walking out.
Yeah,
He is like on edge right now. He's like, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. I do not
It's
like
a-
this idea.
it's a Time Lord plan. It's a bad idea until it works out.
Very
Yes,
true.
but he's not a Time Lord.
No, he's not. Neither is Rags.
He's a bounty hunter.
Yeah, so now you both can say you're proper companions because you have no idea what the crap
Yep.
the Time Lord is doing.
Exactly. Rags kind of, well, I guess I'm staying in my costume.
Rags,
You
get
better-
behind me.
Why should I get behind you?
He without even saying anything, he grabs her and puts her behind him. Stay there until I tell you to move. As he's still doing like the looking around thing, it's like, okay, I think we're safe, but I'm not sure. Just stay behind me.
If he catches Tress, like if he looks at Tress at any point, she basically is subtly doing a hand motion to stay where you're at.
Right.
Yeah. That's why he notices that when he does the surveying, obviously, and that's why he told Rags to get behind him. And they're just staying
Right.
put right now, just kind of looking around like they're looking for a friend or something like that in the park, and he's casually going about it, but you can see that like up close that he has a air of nervousness. Like,
All right.
oh shit, something's about to happen.
Right. So, Tress, you are walking into the park. You walk up to Hope, this other lady, and Sarah has not left. Sarah is still, being very adamant and going, all I want to know is more about your organization. I have heard so much that it's benefiting all of us and all this stuff. And, just kind of, this is what you're hearing as you're walking back into the, quote, conversation, unquote.
Now that's okay.
Yep.
She says as she walks up, like she does, bursting into conversations like she does.
Like she does.
She says, and it's things like that that have caused me to put my support behind their organization.
And Sarah turns to you, looks you up and down. She does not react, fortunately. But yeah, and who might you be? She's playing into this.
Trust Napolitano, she says. Grammy Award-winning singer and philanthropist, and, well, I have been called a guardian angel by some.
Looks at you with a humongous smile. Goes, Miss Tress, you have joined us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is my friend Phoenix. And Phoenix nods their head.
Tress smiles and says, "It's a pleasure to meet you."
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Didn't you have, like, two people that came with you?
Yes, I honestly, being surrounded by people all the time, I just needed some time to myself. You know, I honestly, they're still back at the hospital.
That is fair. Well, it looks like I finally found what I'm looking for.
Well, I think I've heard that once or twice too.
Yes, yeah. Thank you, Hope. Please, we will finish our business dealings at another time. I must take this beauty back with me to our organization so she could be properly introduced. And I have thoroughly considered having the press do a positive spin on our organization. So, if you, Miss Smith, would like to accompany Miss Tress, I would like to take both of you back to our organization if you find this amenable.
Sounds perfectly lovely.
And goes, I'm terribly thankful that you're letting the press do write my story on you, and I would be happy to accompany this rather famous singer.
She will smile. She is also, because thankfully, she is going to send a message to Rags
Okay.
saying, I trust you know how to pickpocket. I'm gonna need you to do it in reverse. Lose the rainbow hat. I need my earrings.
Right. Okay.
Basically, she's gonna bump into her and pass them, you know, a reverse pickpocket.
Right.
Yeah. Williams is still doing like the looking around kind of thing, like.
Yeah, he
Right.
can't hear this. This is straight to Rags' head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is straight to Rags' head, which Rags is not unfamiliar with people speaking in her head.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you live in the land of gods.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, as you're sending that particular message to her, just before you give her the message of, let's do the reverse pickpocket, you hear this as you're giving this message. It's the voice of a woman. Kind of. So you're saying that Sarah is there? Oh, that's just what we need. One more companion to muck up the works. Keep an eye on them the best you can. You know my thing. Observe, learn, and help out when you can. And then the voice kind of flits away. That's what you hear just before you give the suggestion to do the reverse pickpocketing. Trust.
Questions for later.
Questions for later, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Williams knows nothing of this.
Yep. He's still doing the.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
I'll,
Hope walks in one direction, kind of walks away from you and Phoenix and Sarah. Walks away from you, and Phoenix goes, "I do have a car in the area. It's just this way," and points kind of back the way you came, Dress.
Yep.
Yeah.
She'll give the path very quickly to Rags to set
Okay.
this up, and she'll smile and say, "Oh, sure, by all means."
And you guys walk. Are you bumping into Rags, or is Rag bumping into you?
It makes more sense for Rags to bump into her.
Okay.
Williams is still doing the looking around, and he's like, "Rex, I told you." Oh, God damn it! Is he?
And it
chases
gives
after
her-
Rex?
It
Yep.
gives her a reason to. Basically, she also has in her head that Tress is probably going to chastise her, but it's not going to mean anything.
Well, this is a random person that Tress doesn't know.
That's
Technically.
fair. It'd be more like, "Open your eyes, I'm walking here."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So Rags comes out from behind you, Williams, and just kind of she has her head down. She is mumbling to herself.
Rex, what are you?
You don't know what she's saying to herself. She's just mumbling. She looks like she's crazy. Yeah, which
Rex, are you? you okay?
which yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. She runs into you, Tress,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a 19 to do a sleight of hand.
Yep.
You feel
I
something?
will.
Yeah, you-
I have sleight of hand too.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20.
Yep. And the exchange goes off without a hitch.
Can, as part of the Nat 20, be she very quickly changes out the earrings for the exact. She's wearing duplicates of the earrings that Rags just handed her.
Yeah, you can do that.
She's gonna slip them out and put the real ones in.
Okay. That's fair.
Oh.
I just don't know. You also hear Raz kind of mumbling to herself, just that I don't know.
Nick, pick your head off the ground and watch where you're walking next time.
Oh,
Tress says as she walks.
I am terribly sorry.
A tall man comes, kind of like walking almost towards you, and says, "Honey, please keep up. I mean, wait for me." Williams is trying to be the father figure.
Dad, I told you not to follow me. You're embarrassing me. And you see these two kind of walk off
Yeah.
with the father-daughter.
Dipstick relationship. I got it.
I
Yeah.
told you not. You just hear have Williams take the hand of the daughter. Air quotes. "I told you, wait for me. We'll meet this person together. Now, who is this gentleman you wanted to meet?" And it's just the conversation fades off into the distance.
Yep. And Phoenix kind of turns around and goes, "Well, that was rather rude."
That's what I thought. But honestly, it wouldn't really do well with my reputation if I just blew up on every person that bumped me in the street.
Honestly, yes. I mean, that makes sense. Please. And you two go over to, it's a,
Sorry.
it's a sedan. It fits about 4 people. It's, brown. And because it's where you guys are, the steering wheel is on the correct side for people in England.
Yeah. Yeah, Trestle.
Yep. Mm.
Trestle go along with the act.
Mm-hmm. Are you sitting in back or are you sitting in front? Tress.
Well, I mean, she's a celebrity and she's used to being driven around, so
She'll sit in back.
yeah.
and Sarah kind of steals you a look and slides in the back, sitting next to you, so you two can sit next to each other.
Yeah.
And while this is happening, Williams and Rags, Williams is pulled out his phone, spotted the vehicle from the opposite side of the park. The two people got in, and he's calling a cab.
Okay. I'm going to have you distracted while you're calling this cab.
Okay.
I want
Sir.
you to roll. I want you to roll perception, but I want you to roll perception with disadvantage.
Perception with disadvantage, so take the lowest. God.
Yep.
God damn it. Why does it have to be that? Well, perception is perception plus 1. That is a 5 instead of a 25.
Because your first one was a 20?
First one is a net 20.
The second one was a... Yeah, okay, got it.
4, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So, you are making this phone call to the cab company. You look up. Rags is nowhere to be seen.
Daughter, I told you to... Where did she run off again? Hello?
And you're talking to the cab company, you telling them to pick you up?
Yes, 28th and L, on Lumbora Street, near the park, yes, 2 passengers for transport, yes, 5 minutes, okay, I'll see you then, thank you. And how much? Okay, thank you. He hangs up the flip phone. Now, where did she go?
You have no idea. You were distracted by the phone.
Right. Regina! He's just wandering around the park now, like looking for her until the cab shows up.
You cannot find her.
He gives up, goes to the cab. Just one passenger today. How you doing, Mike? No, Frank. How you doing, Frank?
I'm doing well, Gov. Where to?
All right. I need you to follow that car. He points in front of him, like 3 cars down. That's just pulling out. Be discreet. This is a unit driver, by the way.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Certainly, Gov.
As he fastens his seatbelt, pulls open like a back compartment of like the back seat, and pulls out a computer.
Okay. While you're doing that, Trust, you're in the car in front. Sarah kind of leans over. Do you really think this is such a good idea to put you in this kind of danger?
Better me than an actual human celebrity, no.
Well, I mean,
Plus,
Hmm?
plus, this has been going on for far longer than you probably think.
Sounds like that this has a story, and you're going to have to tell it to me when we're not being so keenly observed.
Will do. And she just smiles and watches the traffic and all that. If Phoenix has any questions, she'll answer them.
Phoenix is not. Once you got into the car, Phoenix is totally concentrating on actual driving. You know, staying underneath the speed limit, making sure she gets her lefts or her rights correct.
Tress, did you say you were like observing traffic around you?
Yeah. I mean, she's doing what anybody would do if they were riding in a car.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Can you roll me a
Okay.
perception
But
with advantage?
dare?
Fair enough. I'll let you roll. Go ahead. Sorry.
No.
Okay, well, I'll just say you notice that there is a vehicle. You're the only one who notices that there's a vehicle following you.
Yeah, it looks like
Doesn't
one
say
of the,
anything.
yeah, it looks like one of those old cabbies.
But you recognize the license plate number.
No,
Nope.
it's behind you. The
Oh,
cabbie is behind you. She's not
Fair
going to
enough.
notice the.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you're right,
um,
because we're that close. Sorry, I'm.
She's good at a lot of things. Being omniscient is not one of them.
Exactly.
That okay? I didn't know how Time Lords work. That's why I was trying to go this route. But I'll shut up now. Sorry.
If it was Lady Mary in the car, Lady Mary probably could have known the.
Who knows? We don't know. Let's just keep moving forward.
Right. About you've been in the car for about 10 minutes. You know, observing your surroundings, Tress. Noticing that there's a vehicle following you discreetly, but following you. And then you get this mental shaft of fear and of fear, and the individual who is female screams, giving you a very intense headache for about a minute.
Well, that is certainly the last time I drink wine spritzes after midnight.
Sarah kind of looks over at you. What the heck happened?
Not sure. Loud mental scream. Not sure where.
Right. You know how far we're going into the country here? And she's also she's leaning forward and kind of also taking note of her surroundings. Although she doesn't notice the vehicle following this one.
Yeah, it looked like we left the city limits about 5 minutes ago.
Right.
Miss Phoenix,
Yes.
I'm just curious. This is lovely country, obviously, but I'm just wondering. You kind of have to forgive my asking with us being so far out of town.
Yes.
I was just curious where our end destination was.
Oh, where we're going is our organization doesn't want to be in town per se. We're just where I'm taking you is a rather nice place out in the country. You know.
Hey, I'm not at all opposed to a country vacation. I was just curious, is all.
I understand that.
She's just gonna sit back like,
Mhm.
you know, she's a mildly inconvenienced human.
Yes.
Tired of sitting in the car. No, she doesn't say that out loud, but she has that mannerism, like,
Are there yet?
yeah.
It's just, they get to a child in the back. Are we there yet? Yes. Okay. I got it.
Spoiled celebrity got a spoiled celebrity.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yep.
So you go out to. It's in the middle of the country. It looks like it's a one of those stately homes that's out in the country.
Mhm.
Fantastically, well kept. Um, the house, you can see the house. This thing looks like it was built like in the 1800s. It has a stable. Uh, a separate stable, a separate what looks like a separate kitchen. You know, like one of those English heritage museums.
Mhm.
If you know what I'm talking about, that's what it looks like.
I do.
So something that I would like to go to, because there's at least one that I really want to go to, which is kind of what I'm basing this on. Anyhow, so you see the car turn into this, and it's going down the way, and it looks really nice. I mean, really nice. Just it's there.
That's
Oh.
fair.
Yeah. Trust
Okay.
that particular shaft of fear that you felt before, it's stronger here. It's making you slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah. She is going to do her best not to let it show.
Okay, that's fair. That is very fair.
Because,
Yeah.
acting.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, she'll say, you were right. This place is quite lovely.
Oh yes. I mean, we found this place at a steal, and we have been keeping up with the we've hired a full-time gardener. We've hired different people to make sure that it stays and taught Nick. So yeah, it's wonderful, and you could hear as she's saying this. You could see Sarah Jane, who's sitting next to you, has pulled out one of those little tiny notebooks.
Yeah.
And she has a pencil. And she's rapidly writing. Right.
Yeah.
She's being the journalist.
Yeah.
She's playing her part of being the journalist. So
no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Tress is basically letting Phoenix take charge for now.
Okay. And Phoenix kind of explains the at least part of the history of this was definitely built in the 1800s. This was built for a particular family, a rather rich family. It has changed owners since then. It did go through the World War I and World War II. In World War II, it housed a family, and it had a working farm that was one of the farms that helped the country get to their because in World War II rations were bad, and so this was one of the farms that helped make sure that all of Great Britain had the food they needed to keep fighting, that sort of thing.
Yeah. All right.
And then after World War II, the family that lived here um, moved. They moved from here to the States, and it went on. It went vacant for a bit, and that's when this group bought it for a song and put money into it to make it look kind of like it did back in the 1800s. That's kind of the history of this particular place.
Oh, that's rather impressive.
Oh yes. I mean, it did its most. It did its best work during World War II when this place was helping the country keep it up its end with food. Just the car slows down at the front of this part of the stately house. It has a grand opening. It's got windows like all over. The entrance, kind of goes up steps and it goes inside. And there are even more women standing outside. There's at least 3 women standing outside.
Huh.
Phoenix gets out of the car. And kind of says, "Follow me."
Sure. She'll get out of the car and
And Sarah follows. Still with pad in hand and pencil. Just
yeah.
at this point, where are you, Williams?
Williams has noticed that the car is pulled into the front of the house,
Uh-huh.
and Williams types on the computer after he does a little bit of espionage / hacking. I will roll if you'd like me to.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
What are you trying to hack into?
He's trying to hack into the employee manifest and add himself as a butler for the manor.
Okay.
A personal butler to the new guest.
All right. Yes. I want you to roll that beautiful bean footage.
18 plus my engineering, which is +2, so that is a
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, yeah.
You're able to hack into this and be on the list of
New employees.
new employees.
Frank, take the car around back to the employee entrance, please. And let me off there.
Will do, Gov. Gov, do you need anything else for your job? Of course, he uses one finger because he's using the other hand to
Yes,
drive.
just within the hour, drop off the second suitcase, please, with my personal effects. I like to make my room look proper. Also, I need a couple things. And he looks through the behind the rearview mirror and kind of eyes Frank. I need a couple extra pieces of my extra pair of shoes. And by that, he's referring to his 2 handguns.
He nods.
Sasha
good,
Sasha and Charlotte.
He drives in and he drives around to the back part of this stately home.
Mm-hmm.
And you do see another entrance.
Yep.
And I'm assuming you're getting out of the cab.
Yeah, he's getting out as shown on screen.
Right.
He doesn't have his butler jacket on yet, but he has it over his arm, and
right.
he steps out, goes to the back as is as he takes the suitcase from the taxi's back
Right.
compartment and starts carrying his luggage, 2 bags, just 2,
Mm.
up the gravel walkway, dirt road,
Mhm.
kind of gravel walkway, onto the cobbles and up to the back gate, where he
Right.
pushes the buzzer.
Well, no, he actually took you to the
Oh,
to the back entrance. Yeah.
Yes, but he's pushing the buzzer on the door into the building because he has to let them know
Okay.
that he's here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so you push the button and female answers yes.
Mr. Kent reporting for duty.
Yes, you're one of our new employees. Yes. I'm buzzing you in, and you hear
The audible click of the door.
audible click of the door. You push it open.
Yeah, he pushes it open and heads in,
Okay.
and I'll let the scene transition back to Tress.
Okay, Tress, you're coming into the front part of this wonderful building. You go up into the little hallway, the little the foyer. There are 2 big rooms. One to your left looks like it's a living room with lots of chairs. Uh, fireplace, paintings. I mean, it's opulent. Right up your alley if you weren't, incognito, as it were. The other side looks like it's a dining room with a long dining room table, lots of chairs. There's cupboards with china in it. Just another opulent room. What do you do at this point?
I mean, right now, this is, as of right now, this is Phoenix's show.
Right.
So she is going to just present herself as pleasantly as possible.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. So Phoenix kind of takes you down this main hall with rooms left and right. As you go down this hall, there's also a place to go upstairs. You're not going upstairs. You are going behind the stairs. There's another room there. When you go into this room, Phoenix opens the door. There are 4 women in here. If you've got the woman at the head, there's a table in here. It's a square table, and the woman at the head of it has auburn hair, kind of light green eyes. She's pale. She's wearing a nice dress. She's got black flats. That's the woman at the head. The other 3, one woman has blonde hair and has brown eyes. That's the first woman. The second one has brown hair and it's kind of done up in a ponytail. And both of these women are wearing kind of the same kind of clothing. It looks kind of like a uniform. It looks like it has it's a shirt with a pair of pants and shoes, and on the shirt, blazoned on the shirt, is the badge for the Heavenly Harbingers on both of their costumes, on both of their shirts. The last lady is wearing not the same sort of thing that they're wearing, but something similar. It's not a shirt and pants combo. It's more of a it's a dress combo, but it has still that same kind of patch up on the left shoulder, and the color of the patch is a dull blue.
Huh.
Yeah. Phoenix opens the door. These are my the rest of my group. I have other medicine I have to attend to. Please, if either of you have any questions, they might have the answers that you're looking for.
Thank you.
She nods. You two walk in. She closes the door behind you.
She turns to face the table and kind of steps towards it.
Uh-huh.
Well, not gonna lie, feel like I've been called into the headmistress's office, but hello.
The three women don't speak. The other three women don't speak. They're just kind of looking at you, doing the up and down, kind of looking at you and looking at Sarah at the same time. The woman in who's standing at the front, at the other end of the table, looks at you, goes, "I see that you have arrived. Very good. I've heard so much about you from my girls."
Well, good things, I hope.
Oh, very good things. I was hearing from Phoenix that you might be exactly what we're looking for. And
Well,
I think I agree with her.
well, I mean, I am always happy to fill a need, but I'm sorry, everyone's been kind of vague on a lot. Like, I know what your organization does, but everything up to this has kind of been very vague and kind of creepy. No offense.
Well, no offense taken. I'm sorry. We kind of have to keep ourselves vague because we have not had the best representation in the media as of late, which is the reason why we're glad that Miss Smith has decided to accept our invitation and join you on this endeavor. She can ask the questions, and we can give answers that might paint us in a much better light.
I have read some of Miss Smith's writing, so I can trust her to be honest and kind in her words.
Well, then that is good. I am very happy to hear that she is willing to put us more in a positive light. So what we do here, I mean, we are called the Heavenly Harbingers. We take in Um, well, I take in young women uh, that I believe or have not had their lives fulfilled and give them purpose and love and kindness to go along with it.
That sounds like a very admirable goal.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But this is where the media has come up with these vicious lies where they think our group eh, might be a cultish in nature, where I don't allow these girls to leave to see their families. Most of these young ladies don't have families to go back to, or even their friends.
That that is certainly an understandable thing. Because it's hard for others who haven't lost to understand why it is people do what they do.
Oh, yes.
Now, forgive me for being so forward, but what exactly do you think I can help you with?
Oh, a great many things, my dear. A great many things. We hear that you are a very famous singer, and with that kind of celebrity, I mean, if we had a celebrity person in our organization would just grow to no bounds. And and then there's the funding.
Of course. And those are all very logical answers. So, sorry, I had to ask.
There's no shame of asking. I mean, that is one of the reasons why I'm here. You've noticed throughout this entire question and answer, uh, Tress, that the other three women have not said a word.
Mm-hmm. I, I don't mean to sound rude, but if your if your companions here have questions they free to ask, I'll answer them.
Let's see here. See if I am that. Give me a second. I am trying to calculate. Uh,
Yeah.
the saving throw is. Well, that's right. That's what I'm looking for. It's going to be the same thing as that. All right. As she is talking to you, I want you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Give me just a second. 20, not natural.
You said 20 not natural?
Yeah. 18
Okay, so-
plus 2.
All right, that's way over what this particular person. Yes. You feel your mind, Tress, start to start to to be
Messed with.
yeah, start to be messed with. Yes, that is the yes.
Can she tell in what way?
Well, there's not exactly an Arcana check. But given what you are, because you're still using those stats as a Time Lord, yes?
Yep.
I'm trying to decide if that's a science check or an investigation check. I'm going to say that that's an investigation.
Always too
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, this
many.
woman,
I hate that.
the woman that you've been talking to, try to dominate you.
You know what? For Shiggles, Tress is gonna play along.
Okay. Okay.
Anyways,
She'll get that, like, dumbfounded look on her face, nod.
Mm-hmm. Okay. While that's happening, I've
am I doing this run solo or are you joining?
oh that definitely passes. Um you see just before your dumbfounded look comes over you, and this is a fake look for you. You also see Sarah's eyes just she kind of tilts her head and starts nodding along. She hasn't dropped her pad or her pencil, but just like she stopped writing. That's what happened.
Yeah. In,
Hey.
every time we try.
The woman then smiles, looking at the two of you, and goes, "Excellent. You two must be quite tired from your trip from wherever you were to here. Why don't you go upstairs and take a rest?"
Tired. I could certainly use a rest.
And Sarah goes, "Yes, I think I can use a rest as well." So you two turn around and walk out? Question mark?
Yep.
All right. You go back out from this room. You go around. You walk up the stairs, and upstairs is like bedrooms. So you can choose a bedroom.
So dumb.
Yeah. If she doesn't fight, she'll pull Sarah Jane into an empty bedroom.
Okay. Nope. Sarah does not fight.
I know.
You two
So
go
play
into a
Jack.
bedroom. And what do you do there?
Anytime one of y'all.
He's gonna turn and look at
It goes to my collection.
Sarah. Does Sarah actually look tired?
So,
No.
She basically wants to see if they had the same idea.
No, she doesn't look tired.
You still here?
Apparently so.
Good.
It's
That
kind of-
was disconcerting.
in a word, yes. But I figured that if I didn't play along, something was going to happen to either one of us that we wouldn't have liked. And
Yes.
because of my travels with him, I have had more of my. I have been hypnotized more than once. I have built up a resistance to it.
Yeah. I mean, no, that's fair. That's kind of a prerequisite for walking into the TARDIS, isn't it?
And walking back out in places where people can hypnotize you easily.
That's fair.
I mean, I must tell you about the time that we went to 16th century Italy in that particular adventure. And her eyes kind of go wide and then just kind of go back down. Just kind of, oh boy, was that a story.
That's well. Actually, before she does anything more,
Mm-hmm.
she is going to walk to the center of the room.
Uh-huh.
And Sarah has seen this once or twice. She is activating her choker and is making sure there's no bugs in the room.
Ah, yes. Okay. Are you're doing the humming thing again?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that is going on, and I'll have you roll an investigation and send it either to me as a DM or put it into one of the. In fact, we don't have a rules channel. Send it to me as a DM. Okay. Williams. Yoo-hoo. Woohoo.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You are being checked in. They're looking over you. They're looking at your thing.
Yep.
The whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Williams, you come here with impeccable credentials. Right. Yes. Okay. Which is great because we just had a couple of new people join our illustrious group, and you'll be their butler
Yes.
while they're here. Hang on. And she puts her. She's wearing one of those
Earpieces, right?
earpieces that she holds. It appears that our guests have gone up to the bedroom to take a rest. So if you'd like to go introduce yourself, they haven't gone to bed they haven't gone to bed yet. They're just in the bedroom. I'm assuming that they're unpacking.
Very well. I will make my way to the room. Which floor is it? Because he's acting like he doesn't know because it's the first time.
Well, it really is your first time. You're not lying.
Yeah, I know. But he did do a kind of pulled like a 3D schematic of the building.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Even when you did that, you still don't know where everything is. So
Exactly.
You're not,
It's just rooms.
Yeah, it's just rooms. and it's a young lady that you're talking to.
Yes.
She looks and she's wearing the
emblem.
shirt and pants, and she has the emblem.
Yeah.
So you know you're in the right place. Oh yes, I am so sorry. They're up on the second floor. That's where all of our bedrooms are. So
Thank
if you wouldn't mind going up there, thank you so much for coming on so short notice. We can't seem to keep anybody in service around here. I have no idea why.
I live to please and I live to serve. He nods, bows like the
Oh yeah,
the man.
Yeah.
You know, like the
And then
butler style, and he exits quickly, but
and then
professionally.
off your trundle. Okay. It'll take you about a round to get up to the room. Your roll dress. You do find a couple of bugs. One that's in a lamp, and one that's in in a light fixture. Oh, not a light fixture. I just said a lamp. One that's in
Alarm clock.
no, I was going to say phone.
That would work too. Yeah.
Yeah, one that's in the lamp fixture, one's in the phone.
I've seen also pinhole cameras in alarm clocks before at a hotel
Well,
before. But
yeah, I know. But that's what you find at least two. Dress.
Okay. She'll just, does it sound like they have audio recording?
The one that's in the lamp is audio recording. The one that's no, the one that's in the phone is audio recording. The one that's in the lamp is video and audio.
Okay. Yeah, they just don't know who they're messing with.
No, they don't.
So here's something that she's gonna try and do.
Okay.
Basically, she's gonna let it record
Right.
and do all that.
Right.
But anytime they, like her and Sarah, talk about anything, it's what's gonna be on the camera and audio is something that is aligned with the cult. So they can talk freely, but everybody else is getting, this is great. Yahoo!
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. At that point, Tress, you hear someone knocking on the door.
Service. Room service.
You recognize the voice, Tress.
Yeah. She's still gonna walk to the door, rubbing her eyes like somebody woke her up.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I come back later, ma'am?
No, you please. Sorry, you caught me in the middle of a nap. Come on.
Do you open the door?
Yeah. She opens the door and lets him in.
Okay, he comes in and carrying a tray of food from the kitchen, because he stopped by the kitchen to get like a welcome meal.
Right.
Sets it down on the tray, on the little table out front in front of the bed, or the sitting area.
Yep.
Is everything to your liking? Looking around the room, surveying.
She just, after she's done her tinkering, she just looks at him and says, "It's fine, Mr. Williams."
He straightens up and says, "Thank God. I noticed that over there, and there's one more in here that I can sense."
Sarah kind of looks at you. Is this one of your friends?
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
at your service.
Right.
He's an Aquarian. Big shock man, normally.
I have seen many strange aliens while traveling with him. I'm not even going to do an eyebrow raise.
It's probably
I appreciate your candidacy.
Where's the other one?
Yes, where is Rags?
She disappeared, like, in the park. I don't know where she ran off to.
Great. Stop being
Wait,
in my spot,
wait.
please.
She disappeared?
One moment she was there, the next moment, gone. I've been trying to pull up her tracker on my watch as he pulls up his watch and pushes a button. Because he put a tracker on everyone just to keep track of everyone.
Yeah, of course you did. Yeah, the pro tracker for Tress is working perfectly. You know exactly where she is.
She's
Right
next
in
to
front
me.
of you. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
right in front of you.
Arrow
It's
just
working
points.
perfectly.
Arrow just points straight at you. Okay, that
Yep.
one works. He slides swipes to the left. And it's just a question mark.
Pretty much.
It's a signal not found.
Yeah. You have absolutely no idea where she is. And Sarah just kind of looks at you, Tress, and goes,
My God.
She was.
No, fuck off. And
Oh,
spread it
oh,
out for
oh
fuck's
my God, goodness gracious.
Yeah, Tressa's gonna reach out and see what she can see.
See what she can send?
Yeah,
All right. What kind of role would that be?
I was looking at this earlier. Something science? I don't know.
No, she's reaching out with her psychic abilities.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
something different then. I don't know.
that's something completely different. What would you be reaching out with? That's my question. Tress.
she would be reaching out with her insight.
With her insight? Okay, so yeah, why don't you roll me an insight?
18.
18.
Yeah.
That shaft of fear and that scream that you had on the way to this stately home. You didn't think about it much at the time because you were more paying attention to where you were going than concentrating on it. But now that you've had time to think, that scream sounded awfully familiar. It was Rags.
Are there still traces?
There's a very small trace of Rags.
Up, down, left, time vortex, what?
I like the time vortex. What? You feel that trace down. And what started off as a strong trace, it's getting weaker.
15, 12, 30.
Yeah, I think that,
100.
I think our nap is over. She
Yeah,
says.
that is 168.
As you're reaching out with your insight and your psychic abilities, you get a shaft of anger. Like it is palatable. And it's aimed directly at you. Like it hits you but right between the eyes. And then you hear the same female that was talking to Rags before. Where is my daughter? And that, my dear wonderful people, is where we're going to end
Yeah, I picked that up.
today's episode.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here on Time Treaders, Protectors of Time. And we didn't really protect time that well, nor did we protect our loved friend.
No, you didn't.
And
no, but that voice just sent Tress on a warpath.
Yes,
Ah!
and that was honestly for our GM. Just to be blunt, that was not too shabby. Sorry to borrow your name, Shabby, but like that was actually a very good game. I was impressed.
Oh, you're quite welcome, Nat Shabby. I'm sorry I'm putting Tress on the warpath, but
I'm just being the whole spy guy in the background, like just being stealthy McGee.
oh yeah.
Tress is about to stomp through that compound like.
Oh
And
yes.
Williams is gonna have to literally just come behind with the cleanup crew, literally,
Oh yeah.
and hopefully have an opportunity to take out the trash.
You don't know that yet.
We don't know. We don't know.
You don't. For the record, you're gonna have to convince Tress to let you near the person.
Oh yes, but who that person is, we don't know. All right. I'm
That's
Kenny
nice.
Williams, PA Kenny USA, AKRT Studios, Patrick Kenny. I played the notorious butler, your spy man, and surveillance expert extraordinaire.
Very
and-
true.
Yes, I'm now going to pass it over to our that way to Miss Tress, who is currently on a warpath and hopes she doesn't kill me in the process. Bye.
Well, no, her rage is directed at whichever one of her parents is currently torturing her friend.
Yeah.
Something.
Oh yes. Although, well, you and I will talk later, Katie, about the person that just blasted you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something.
Mm-hmm.
Someone. Somewhere.
But
At some
Tress,
time.
please.
Please.
Hi, I am Katie Wynn. I played the songstress, who is about to take off her earrings and reactivate everything about her.
3 charges on my
Because this just got mildly personal.
Yes, it did. It did just get loudly personal.
And if this leads into her first regeneration, well, so be it.
oh dear.
She's got 12.
Yes, she does. And I have been your wonderful time master. I play Rags, who is mysteriously gone. I played Sarah Jane Smith. But yes, she is technically dead, but this is my own little world, so she pretended to be dead. I also played your wonderful cult members. And yeah, please join us next week when Brains. Brains.
Yeah.
Yes, we left them elsewhere.
Yes, we did. We left them, I think, in a different city.
Yes, in a different city and a safe place, hopefully.
Mm.
Did anyone check on Bob and Tom?
Nope.
Opens the closet door. Oh no. Closes the door.
I'll beat Tom, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, we'll have to clean up the trash in that room later. Alright. And feel free to guys do your little Trish, go do your thing while I set something up quickly.
I just did my thing.
You gave your you said you streamed.
No, the other thing.
Yes, that please.
And I do stream on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I've added today. On Tuesdays, I stream Persona 5 Royal. On Wednesday, I am streaming something new. It will be Diablo 3. On Thursday, I am alternating between This Way Madness Lies, a wonderful game that combines Shakespeare and magical girls. it's done by the same people who have done Cosmic Star Hellrun, Cthulhu Saves Christmas. Wonderful game,
Shit's on
gaming company, and Stardew Valley, a cozy and comfortable farm sim. On Fridays, it is Star Wars Friday, where we're playing Star Wars: The Old Republic,
Yes.
where we are a smuggler, just trying to get through life. And that's what I'm doing during the week. So please join me next Tuesday for some more Persona 5. I will now hand it back off to my wonderful production dwarf.
Yeah, because he's doing a thing.
All right, and I'm just going to do that quickly. Yes, I am also PA Kenny USA KRT Studios. I stream on not Tuesday, sorry. I stream on Saturdays, and yes, we are doing another game that is going to be next Saturday for our zombie survival game called Shadows of Remnants, where yes, there will be plenty of brains to munch on. Please bring extra.
Oh yes.
We're running out of supply.
Yeah.
Bring bones, please not sparingly.
We'll just use Doug for bait. It'll be fine.
Hush you. All right, and yes, also this Sunday, if you are in the area near Bowie, Maryland, and you would like to go to Six Flags in Bowie, Maryland, yes, near DC, we will be having a fan meetup there at the water parks. Yes, you will have to have your own ticket to get into the parks and your own separate ticket to get into the water parks, or if you have a season pass, that's up to you. For anyone who meets us at the gate at 10:45 a.m. before rope drop, at the gate near the tree out front of the far right side of the building, you'll look for someone who's wearing a red shirt with the RTE Studios hat, white hat. That'll be me. We will get you in for the day, the park only, not the water park, for $30, one person. First person to show up gets in. And you get to ride the rides with us and enjoy and so like that. But without further ado, stay tuned after the show, because we're going to be reading into our dear friend. And also, I think there's a surprise coming up for one of our newer shows. I don't know. I just got something in the mail. All right, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next time in a time and place. And keep an eye on where you keep your brains. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
A cold inside tore my mind, stole my peace. I prayed for ease, but feared that my days were over. That emptiness is hard to pass. To fill that gap, you need to open up. All your days are over. But you say find me. It's like my engines overflow, and I ain't fueled, it's time to go. Oh, we are in this rush, it's love in the fast lane. I feel I'm strong beyond belief, and this is happening to me. I'm shouting, oh, this rush is love in the fast lane. I finally found my love. I finally found my love. I finally found my love. My love, my love. Give it one try, you will see. If you give it away, you'll be free tonight. It's like my engines overflow, and I ain't fueled, it's time to go. Oh, we are in this rush, it's love in the fast lane. I feel I'm strong beyond belief, and this is happening to me. I'm shouting, oh, this rush is love in the fast lane. I finally found my love. I finally found my love. I finally found my love.
Join us July 13th for a new heroic adventure in Heroes Core Season 3 New Genesis. Thanks for joining us here on RTE Studios. We'll see you next time.
I've never been that much for love. Thought being free better than none. Tried it before with all I got, and all I know is left now, the sun and the stars, leaving me in the dark, leading me through it all. 'Cause you are the fire left in me. You lifted me higher in my heartbeat, taking the fight out in me. You make me strong.